Once I became a little more sociable, my parents were very difficult. Like anyone I went out with had to come to the house, and anybody I said I was going on a date, the first question was, is he Jewish? And I'll never forget how I had met a young man. I used to ride in Central Park. At the time there was, you know, a lot of, you would get on a horse on one of the side streets, then you had to cross Central Park West. But there were nice trails in Central Park. But then I met a young man, I forget where I met him, but he invited me to go riding in Van Cortlandt Park one Sunday morning. And I have never had as big a discussion with my mother, who said, is she Jewish? And I said, I didn't think so. And there was a tremendous row about it. And I was just very annoyed. So I went riding anyway. And that was the first question everybody, my parents asked of anyone I went out with, is he Jewish? But I had good women friends, and so we went to a resort one summer in Connecticut, and there was a waiter who was the waiter for our dinner, lunch and dinner, who was just lovely, wonderful, very funny and very pleasant. And I was there a week, and he never asked me for my address or my phone number. And so I had to pursue him, which I did, obviously unbeknownst to my parents. But even so, I wasn't sure if he would be okay, because he was an American. You know, and so it was problematic. I had to sort of make sure. I didn't want to start any discussion about whether he was appropriate or not, so I kept the whole relationship very cool. He had come to the house a number of times. My mother was kind of interested in how is he doing, how is his search for jobs, and I said, well, he's thinking, he was having a lot of trouble finding a job. He was thinking of going to South America maybe to find a job. And she said, oh, and so what will you do? And I said, actually it took the bull by the horn, and I said, I'll probably follow him. Upon which my mom typically said, and it's a typical response that you don't know about yet. She'll say, oh, well, in this case, I know that his name was Ozzy. Ozzy will take good care of you. That was the theme that I grew up on. I had to find somebody to take care of me. And upon which, when Ozzy asked me to marry him for this 37th time, I said yes. And he turned out to be, you know, a good guy. Even my dad, who spoke no English, or very little. And the good news was that Ozzy's dad spoke Yiddish, and so when they met, it was really lovely.